Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 4K action figure review on the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Arkham Asylum video games Batman and Joker. If you're trying to get McFarlane Toys, you can do so at Big Bad Toy Store, proud sponsor of the ShartimusPrime YouTube channel. If you're trying to get your DC Multiverse figures and all kinds of other goodies, you can find them over there at BBTS, link in the description below. And a big thanks to McFarlane Toys for sending out these samples my way to review for you guys. I actually did buy another set of these over at BBTS, so I have an extra sample set over here that I'm going to sell on my crowdfunding site because giveaways are illegal right now, you know, so I'm selling them for super cheap. I don't know, $2? Yeah, hey, $2. All right, so anyway, on the packaging, you can see it says the Joker, Batman Arkham Asylum, and then right here, you can see a nice image of Joker from the video game, looking pretty sweet, and then you can see the other figures that have been out for quite some time already, and then it says the Joker on that side, and then over here, it says 22 points of articulation on the top of these, by the way, and nice amount of accessories, too. I'm liking that, and it says DC Multiverse Batman, and then on the side, it says Batman Arkham Asylum. Did my voice crack? And then you can see a nice image of Batman right over there, and then you can see the other figures from the wave right down over there. So let's get to it and crack these things open, which I actually already did. So you get, let's take a look at the accessories that come with the Joker first off. Of course, you get your collector trading card, which I do like. I have been I've been keeping track of these, and I do like the trading cards. So it says the Joker, and then on the back it has a data file, and then I'll get this in focus so you could pause and read at your leisure. There we go, and yeah, there that is, an insanely homicidal supervillain. So if you want to read that, you can go ahead and pause it right now. While that's in focus, oh wait, there's also an image of the Joker's face right over there, and then while it's still in focus, you can see the read-up for Batman right here on the back of Batman's trading card. So there that is, the specs 6'2", 210. Wow. So, yep, there you go. And for the Joker accessories, you get the gag teeth right over here, painted very well. I do like that, so that's pretty sweet. Let's turn that exposure down a little bit as we get closer in right here. But you can see how there's some nice wash paint over this, which I really dig. A little too dark on the settings, and then you can see you get a closed mouth version right here, which, you know, having an articulated one would have been pretty neat to have. I would have liked that a little bit more, but, you know, the fact that they gave us the posing options or the display options over here with both of these, that's cool. Then he has his big ass revolver right over here, which I think looks awesome. Look at that. Was that a Desert Eagle .50? I don't know. I don't know guns, but it looks pretty badass, and it looks like a revolver to me, so I like that. Joker does have a gun-holding hand for the left side that this fits into very nicely, and so he's got a wide-open hand on this side, and then this side right over here. You can easily get him holding this gun, and just goes right through there, and we'll get a closer look at the details of the Joker more later on. As far as the Batman accessories, again, we saw the card already, we saw the back of it. For both of these figures, you get your standard issue DC Multiverse stand, so I forgot to show that off for the Joker, so we get one of those each, of course, and then we get this awesome looking grapple gun. I believe this is the Grapple Gun. Now, I get motion sickness pretty easily, so this game did make me sick. It was a gift. I've told this story many times before, but my brother did get this game for me as a birthday gift when it first came out, and I was so stoked, and I played it until, I threw up so many times playing that game until I couldn't take it anymore. But I really liked the game, and it's just unfortunate, you know. It is my curse. That's one reason why I've been more of a comic book reader than anything else. I think if I was able to play a lot more video games, especially when I was younger and stuff, I would probably not have read so many comics, you know? Not that I've read every comic book out there, but that's definitely my preferred pastime is reading comics over playing video games, which I don't have a problem with video games at all. And there's some games that I am able to play. Like for some reason, the PS4 Spider-Man game didn't get sick. Nope. Just perfectly fine with that one. All right, so here's one of the two batarangs, and that looks pretty sweet. I'm going to shut off that manual focus so you don't hear all that clicking anymore, but similar deal. I mean, the sculpt and paint on these are just fantastic. I absolutely love it, but you get a collapsed version right over here too. And again, I would have preferred to have the articulation in the actual accessory instead of having two pieces, but This is cooler than not having the option at all. You also get, I believe this is like the sticky bomb grenade, right? When he just like plant these onto a door and it'll blow up, if I remember correctly. What car part is this? Is this the, is this the distributor cap? It looks like the distributor cap. I'm not sure, but anyway, that looks pretty sweet too. As far as Batman's hands go, he doesn't have a trigger finger sticking out on either side, so these are both pretty flat looking. But anyway, let's get a closer look at these figures. Let's take a look at the Joker first. And I gotta say, man, these look awesome. The sculpted detail on both of these figures is just incredible. Once the camera gets in focus, like, you'll really appreciate it. But for the time being, you're just seeing a blurry mess. And there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. You know, these 4K videos. What are you gonna do? Anyway, the hair, man, look at that. That is incredible. I love the skin texturing right here. Nice wrinkles. Eye paint came out looking really good. The teeth came out looking really good. And I gotta say, man, I had a choice of opening. I had 2 figures to go through for each of these, right? So I really went for the best paint apps, and it was really hard. So, like, the deciding factors were like the paint was a little bit better on the flower over here, and the belt buckle had a little bit better paint. Like that was it. But man, look at that wash right there. And the texturing in his suit, you know, this is all textured out. That looks really good. I'm like rubbing, hey, there you go. Juan, I'm rubbing the nipples. There you go. But yeah, looking at this, we get some beautiful gold over yellow right here for his vest. I really dig that. That is gold over yellow. You wouldn't think so at first glance, but yep, they put gold over yellow. It just looks really good. You can see how it reflects light just a little bit differently. And man, just really liking the sculpted texturing that we're seeing on the Joker right here. Gloves look really good right here too. And then looking at this other hand, you can see they get those lines on the back. You know, the only downside to these figures, honestly, is that this game came out so long ago. And I think I heard Talker Art say something like, this is kind of like an itch that nobody needed scratching or something like that along those lines. And I'd have to agree with that. But I gotta say, at the same time, the execution of these figures is just really well done, you know? So, like, actually getting them in hand, I'm like, ooh, man, these are really good figures. I mean, look at that. That texturing is just, so awesome. And the legs look really good. The pinstripes are just, I don't know, man, it's sculpted really well. Not much color variation going on, but still looks really good. And looking at the shoes right here, gotta say, those look really good as well. So, very pleased with how these came out. Looking great. And then as far as the Batman figure goes, good looking head sculpt, very accurate to the game. Let's see if we can get a little closer right here. So that's pretty much how I remember it. Well, it feels like these points kind of go a little farther back than they should. I could be wrong about that though. So I don't have reference images on hand right now, but that is just standing out to look a little bit weird to me. I like how the eye paint came out. Nice Batman ears right there. Texturing on the cape looks really good. I like how this cape is, it's formed in a way, or it's molded in a way where it actually looks like it's supposed to be like laid out on the ground. You know what I mean? So you're supposed to, it stands with the figure, and it's really soft and pliable so it doesn't get in the way. Really dig this cape quite a bit. Very, very easy to work with. And then the armor plating and all that stuff looks really good on this figure. I want to get a little bit more of a zoom right here. Man, look at that. Nice paint detail over it too. I love the silver over the black. These are not too sharp or anything, so that's cool. And again, the paint detail between the 2 copies that I got to choose from, I think I liked the wash on this one, on the belt, more so than the other copy. So it's like the details, I mean, I feel like as far as QC goes, the paint from McFarlane Toys is very consistent. That's the point I'm trying to say. But nice detail right there on the gloves. Really like that. Shins and everything look really good right here. Boots look good. Treads at the bottom of the feet and everything. Peg holes. Yeah, man. Bat butt. That bat belt looks so sick. I really dig that a lot. So let's get into the articulation, which I mostly like, but I do have my gripes. So let's get them set up over here and get this back into automatic focus. Hope everyone's having a good day today. You know, my family is still doing a whole lot better, and man, that's just It's like all I could really ask for right now is just seeing everyone doing well, and I'm just really happy for that. But anyway, you can get the head to move up very far on this figure, and you cannot see any articulation points or any weird gaps. So I really like that. That impresses me. I'm very pleased with this. He will look down a little bit, and it does get a little bit weird now when you have him look down, so you get this weird thing happening right here. Side-to-side motion and head pivoting, so that's really good. And then let's get this freaking focus to lock. Sorry about that. And then you get butterfly joints right here. It can shift up and down a little bit, and it does move forward and back for those butterfly joints. Shoulders move outward very far, down, rotate forward, rotate back that much, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows. Then you have that pin system where you could rotate the wrists and hinge them up and down or horizontally. The diaphragm joint turns side to side. Again, they have this cut going on right here at the diaphragm, or just below the diaphragm actually. It's like an ab cut. I would prefer to see it a little higher up right here, but you know, it's not bad. You can turn it side to side. You do get some pivoting right there, and it doesn't want to crunch forward at all. That bums me out. It will move back though. And then you do get, I thought you get waist articulation right here. I see some waist pivoting. I thought I felt waist movement, and yeah, it's kind of happening right here. You see that? He's doing a little bit of twisting. Yeah, so a little bit of that, a little bit of pivot at the waist, but not really. So with me trying to move everything forward, he only goes forward that much and back that much. So I think I was moving the legs around more than anything else. You do get a soft material right here for the crotch area. He can do the full-on splits. I don't like how that looks, but I'm not really going to have my Batman posed like, yeah, look at my crotch. Anyway, he can't kick forward that far and back very far. A little bit of shifting wiggling right over here. I like this seam, by the way. Good double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down. They move up a little bit. He does have toe articulation. Actually, I'm not really able to get that to move up at all, so that's frustrating. Does turn side to side, and you get some good ankle pivot right over here, and it's on that similar pin system as the wrist, so you can kind of move it away if you want in any kind of direction you'd like. So that's cool. And then as far as the Joker goes, let's go ahead and put Batman aside right over there. And then for the Joker, you can get the head to look up, and this hair is quite sharp, but you can only get him looking up that much, so not a whole lot of motion. And you do get a neck joint in here too, so you can see that neck is moving a little bit, so neck and head joint allows for him to move back that far and forward that much. You get side-to-side motion and head and neck pivoting. That neck joint just barely moves. It doesn't really move much. Shoulder joints don't move forward and back, or the butterfly joint doesn't move forward and back that much. Just a little bit of shifting, and just a little bit of shifting up and down as well. But the shoulder joint will move outward that much and down all the way, rotating full 360, bicep swivel. Great double jointed elbows right here. And then the wrist turns side to side and hinge up and down. I like that they don't force all the articulation points on every figure. Like, it's not exactly the same between each of these. I think that's a really good choice, especially with this whole ab crunch system right here, which I love. I think this is great because you have this whole vest and coat and everything, and the joint is all the way up in there. Again, this is like the Keanu figure that they did, the V figure, and look how much forward he could bend. That is cool. That is really cool, and hella far back too. That is great. Turn side to side, and then this amazing pivot. So man, that, like, for figures with wardrobe, you know, hefty wardrobe covering them, I think that's like the perfect kind of range of movement and articulation. I really like that a lot. The hips move outward that far, and he can kick forward and back. No upper thigh cut, barely wiggles away like that much, you know, as you can see. He does have the double jointed knees that, oh, he's got the X-Man 87 heel to butt right there. Dink, 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 dink. He's doing it. Yep. There you go, Manny. And then his ankles do move down a little bit. They do move up a little bit, even though he has this cuff right over here. It still moves up. Turn side to side. You get the ankle pivot and toe articulation. It is a limited ankle pivot, but it is there. All right, so let's measure this guy out. I only have a couple of comparisons I'm going to give these guys. Not a whole ton, but I am going to put them right over here and measure them out and get some size comparisons going. All right, so all right. And I do have more 4K videos coming your way. And then after that, some more fully edited videos. Oop, no, Joker, no. But these figures have been out for quite some time already as it is, so I wanted to move on to some of the other figures that we've seen from McFarlane Toys, and amongst from other companies too. A lot of stuff that I want to review on this channel since I've been away on my COVID break. And oh my God, thank you guys so much for the support during this time away. It really, really means a lot. And let's see here if I can get everybody standing without falling over on me. There we go. All right. So I do have the legs spread out a little bit more on the Joker figure than the Batman, so he's kind of a little bit taller than that, but measuring out these two figures as they stand right here, you can see that the Joker is closer to the 7.5-inch mark as well as the Batman figure. I mean, the ears on the Batman go closer to that, a little over 7.5 inches on the Batman. So I like the height difference between these two. Actually, their eye lines are about the same. I don't know. Joker could be a little bit shorter, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I feel like he could be a little bit shorter. For another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse comparison, you could see the Detective Comics 1000 Batman right there. So yeah, if this guy was as tall as this one and the ears were sticking up right there, that would look a little bit more accurate to me. I just see the eye line is a little bit low. They're so close in size. And then you have Azrael right over here, which I reviewed not too long ago. And I do have the White Knight, Joker, and Batman, which I'll be reviewing later. Everybody else has reviewed all three of them together, but, you know, this Azrael, I had to get that review up, man, because this thing is sick. I mean, it just looks so awesome. But you can see how tall Azrael is right over there. And then last but not least, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. And there he is. So you can see how much taller these are next to your average 6-inch scale figure. I am still hoping that McFarlane Toys gets a shot at fully articulated 6.5-inch versions right over here that would fit into scale with, 6-inch lines. So let's get these guys into a final pose and close on out over here. I'm going to say, I'm going to give these a sud rating of it's not so bad, just because of the timing of these coming out. But if they'd come out like a while ago, I'm sure these would definitely get a much higher rating. But I guess that's like the biggest downside of these. It's like, it's just like really late to the party. That's all. But still, they've been, I'm having a tricky time getting Joker to hold this. You've been watching me holding it right there, but there it goes. So I have him hold this like that. That's cool. Pretty easy to get him posed. Really like the Joker figure. I gotta say, I think I like the Joker figure more than the Batman figure. Yeah, and then Batman is really easy to work with too. Where's his batarangs? I misplaced one of them. So, here it is. So here's the cooler one I like. The extended one. So getting him into these kind of the Century Production dubbed ShartimusPrime pose, which is one leg forward, opposite arm back. So there we go. Or that's the arm the arm of the side that's moving forward goes back. So there you go. Both of those figures right there. Pretty easy to pose around and everything. And I think they both look great. Sorry for such a long 4K video, but it's a 2-in-1 video right over here. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!